Is that?
It's too close?
Yeah, it's too close.
It's just like, so what should we talk about next?
I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. At least it didn't come out like obstinate.
Obstinate?
Yeah, obstinate.
What's obstinate?
What is obstinate? Alright, so what is obstinate?
Cool.
What is obstinate?
Okay, so Obstinate is a movie that kind of never came to be, that we filmed almost like maybe 60-70% of it.
Yeah, we filmed the entirety.
Almost.
Yeah. Oh, we had a reshoot scene.
We had a reshoot scene, and we had a lot of editing and little minor scenes that we didn't do. So maybe 75%. I would say like we filmed most of it.
Yeah.
It's basically about this kind of like dude. He's kind of like very anxious, very nerdy, not really popular. You know, like kind of just like at home, plays video games type guy, right?
Yeah.
And basically he has this one friend. He's a bit more, I guess, successful than he is, and he's like more outgoing and everything, kind of the opposite, right? And his friend's always like kind of motivating him a little bit, and he's like, hey, you know, like maybe it's about time you get a girl or something, like anything like that, because you're kind of just at home, buddy. And finally he meets this girl he liked in high school.
Yeah.
And he super cool girl, whatever, and they end up kind of dating. They end up dating from some sort of miracle, but he slowly, and not truly, but he changes everything on the outside of him. Like everything about his personality and everything is not real. He changes everything for this girl. He ends up changing completely, like, you know, his look, his style, his personality, the way he does things. And his own friend can't even recognize him. And it's like, who are you at this point?
Yeah.
So he changes everything about him, and his friend kind of leaves him because it stops being friends with him, because he stops talking to him, everything. And he's like, dude, we're not friends anymore, essentially. And this girl finds out about that, and she's like, well, I don't know who you are then. If you're like this fake person,
Yeah.
and you just change everything for me, like, who really are you? So then she leaves him, and he's kind of just left alone, just being the same person who he was. And now he's like, I don't know who I am anymore, because I faked everything that I am now is a front.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, essentially we filmed everything from top to bottom, you know?
Yeah.
And there was a scene where she kind of breaks up with him, and we reshot that because it was, I don't know what we were thinking.
In this film, a lot was over dramatized.
Yeah,
Very dramatic.
yeah.
So the original film, I don't know if we still have the footage. Hopefully we do. We'll look for it. If we do, we'll put it up
we'll be
right
putting
now.
it over,
right now. This park. So she tells him to meet him at the park, right? And they meet up together, and it's super dramatic. And there's like a shot where they're both like kind of like talking, and the camera's circling.
The camera's circling around
them.
like a dramatic like Michael Bay movie where it's like circling around them, and they're just breaking up, you know?
Yeah, and they're having this like really passionate like discussion, and she's like, I forgot what we say because like we kind of throw away that scene.
Yeah.
But she's like, you know, etc., and I'm like, etc.
We refilmed it, like they went to go get
more
ice
realistic,
cream.
something more realistic, because like when you break up with somebody, it's not comfortable. It's not really like a dramatic big like thing. It's like it's really awkward.
Yeah.
Right? And it's usually like on a date, or like you just like, hey, can we talk? So type thing. And we just kind of just like had this date scene, and everything starts coming out. Kind of like she kind of like starts telling him like, hey, you know, I'm moving to college soon, and I just don't think, etc. Like, I just don't think it's gonna work out in the end. And he's like, well, what are you talking about? You know, like we can still make this work. You know, whatever. And she's like, no, I just don't think so. So clearly she's trying to break up with him, and he's like, well, no, we can make this work still. But she's breaking up with him. Like, you know, she's over it. She's done. And it's more of a realistic scene for sure, I would say. It's like in a parking lot in a car.
Yeah, and like it gets a little dramatic at the end because, you know, she ends up yelling at him.
Yeah, and he throws like an ice cream at her.
So, but it was a fun scene. We actually had more actors. We had Gardy's
my friend Aaron,
Aaron.
one of my best friends, Aaron, and then Harley, which is
Harley.
we did theater together in high school, and she was Maria in a film.
Oh, in R.I.P. RGB. If you guys haven't seen it,
great actress, by the way. She's fantastic.
She's really good. We just weren't ready.
We were ready.
We were ready. Because that is before 110. This one Obstinate was supposed to be our big short film. Like it was supposed to be like up to like what 30 minutes long.
Yeah, 30 minutes long. Essentially, like loser guy, like has a best friend. He wants to like get this girl, but he doesn't. Nothing about himself is truly attractive or approachable or anything. So he changes everything.
Except himself,
his true self. So at the end, he loses his friend and the girl, and he's still himself. Like he pretend to be someone who he's not. So at the end, he's like, wow, like everything about my room is different. My clothes, the way I say things.
He changed to the point where it's like he doesn't even recognize himself anymore. Yeah, and the ending was supposed to be pretty dramatic. It
was supposed to be so like the original ending. Was hopefully we still have it, man. I think so. I think I still have it.
Yeah,
I still have it. So he's at the end. He walks home. He's crying. He's sad, of course, and he walks into his room and he's looking around and it's going back and forth between how his original room looked really messy, really dirty, right? Because he's just at home playing video games all the time, and then now it's super clean cut. All the Marvel posters are down. He's not like he hides that part of himself now, his personality, right? And he kind of crawls into bed, very sad, which a lot of people do. We find a lot of comfort in our bed. And he calls his best friend multiple times, and it goes straight to voicemail. And he's trying to call him to apologize or kind of make up or something. And it ends with it going to black, him not answering, and just the voicemail being like, my name's, I don't know what his name was, but
I forgot,
but like character's name is probably, we'll put it here. Character's name says, like, sorry, I'm not at the phone right now, but if you want to leave a message, I'll pick up later. Then leave your message after the beep. And then beep, it's black, it ends. So it's like, wow. So like there's no positive resolve. There's no like actual good positive conclusion.
Yeah, it's more like a kind of a lesson, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like using this guy's poor life that we wrote as a lesson to just kind of like, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's not recommendable. And then so then we have a reshot. We wanted to reshoot another ending that's more realistic. So we were trying to ground the film at the end. To reshoot it, we're trying to ground it a bit more because we wanted to make it more realistic and relatable. Because a lot of movies are not, but this situation definitely can be. Like with girls and best friends and everything, it definitely can be relatable. So this new scene was basically like, hey, he kind of learns his lesson a little bit. After the breakup, he learns his lesson, and he kind of fixes up his life a little bit. He starts going to the gym, taking care of himself, starts applying himself a bit more, right? And then he goes shopping for, like, his house, him and his parents. And he's shopping, and out in the distance, he sees his buddy again, that he hasn't talked to in months or years maybe at this point. So he's looking out, and he sees his buddy shopping. And he sees him just there shopping again, like I said, and he seems really happy. And he's looking at him, and he's like, "Wow, like, hey, he's doing really good without me." And that kind of like could sit home as like maybe they outgrew each other, or maybe that like ending of a friendship was like necessary, or like it could have been, how do I say, understood in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
So he was looking at him like, yeah, he looks really happy. And maybe his girlfriend comes and like gives him a hug. That was kind of up in the air. His girlfriend comes, gives him a hug, and he's like, "Wow, he found him someone too." And he's like, "Okay, I guess like that's it." He's happy to see him happy, but obviously it's like a bittersweet ending. Bittersweet. It's a bittersweet ending because he's like, I lost my friend, but he's doing good. And then at the end he walks away, and it's like this shot of him just walking down the grocery aisle by himself. Living life continuing by himself. Yeah. That's Obstinate.
Yeah. And I mean, what else is there to say?
That's how I say it, really. And then bonus footage from Harley and Aaron coming up real soon.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Aaron, and I play the main character's best friend in Obstinate. I forgot his name, maybe Jeff. Obstinate was, I think, one of the only films I've ever acted on, and I don't remember too much about it. It was around 2 years ago. But what I do remember filming is the pool scene, the conflict at night, and the washing machine. The pool was really fun, the atmosphere there, Ice Monkeys, much respect for lending us the place. The washing machine as well. I think I was meeting the main character's love interest. Really cool. And the conflict was really, really fun to film because I never really get angry and I had to act angry in that scene. Just a really fun film.
Hello, my name is Harlan Ganakal, and I played the love interest in Obstinate. It's kind of difficult to recall back a lot of the filming and the footage because it was about over 2 years ago. But I do remember really liking the story and how each of our characters was portrayed, especially the main character, who went through a whole personality crisis from dating this love interest. I remember I really, really liked filming. It felt very personal compared to the filming that I have done recently, where there's a bunch of lights and a bunch of different cameras in your face. I just remember this filming being me, my other co-star, and one person with the camera. So it's definitely very different. It felt very personal. It was very easy to learn on set and to be able to portray my own feelings inside of my character on set. So I was really, really grateful for that. I only remember a couple of scenes, like an arguing scene or stuff like that, because those are always some of the most fun for me because I really get to let loose and get to really embody the character that I'm playing. But it was really fun working on the set. And I loved all the different locations and all of the different angles that we would do. And one thing in particular that I remember is when we were doing one of these argument scenes, we were in a car, and the person who was filming at the time, like I said, it was just me, my co-star, and the camera, and of course the cameraman. He was all the way in the back seat, and like he was in the trunk, and I remember glancing back and all I could see was like the little camera, and I remember dying so hard about it. But overall, it was a really good experience, and I love the story and the message that it portrays.
Alright.